Okay. Sorry if it's a little bright. Let me put on my glasses, bro. He can't see without his glasses. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, my head hurts. My head hurts. And look, you want to go to bed. But we're gonna get this video in. Okay, today's topic is... Hold on. Bro, my head is like pounding. Okay. Today's topic. Lock in. Alright, I need to lock in. Bam. Okay. Today's topic is to earn, you must sacrifice. And Eric, where did you get this? Ow. Where did you get this topic, Eric? Which you must be asking. Got it from TikTok. I'll be real with you. I was just scrolling one day, and this guy was like, no one really talks about this much. And I was like, damn, no one really does talk about this too much. And I wanted to bring light to this topic because this is something that I think, again, could be put with pretty much everything. Everything, dude. Like, for example, in order to earn that body, that body you want, that physique, you gotta sacrifice some things, bro. You gotta cut off some certain things that, are doing negative side effects to you in real life, like, eating bad, not getting enough sleep, going to the, I want to say going to the gym is a sacrifice, but, you got to make time for that. You're losing time. There's another one. You know what I mean? There's so many factors you could go into that example I was just mentioning. And oops. Sorry, I was checking something. There's so many factors that go into that, and that's one example that I think a lot of people need to, really go over and, talk about, because it takes a lot to get what you want. Certain things like could go for anything. I'm trying to think of another example because that alone is a pretty good example. That alone is a good example. You need to sacrifice time. You need to diet. You need to cut out that bad food, and to get that body. You know what I mean? Without sacrifice, I think you won't be able to earn anything. Because yeah, you could get lucky one day, but the next day, if you keep going over and over, like, you're gonna get the same answer if you don't put in the work. So yeah, enough said there. You know what I mean? So now advice. What advice can I say to something like this? Because it's so self-explanatory. Like, I wouldn't say you're usually losing something. I feel like you just gotta... Just depends. It all depends. Sorry if I'm a little out of it, bro. My head hurts. Got done with an 8-hour shift, the gym. And yeah. But I'm here. I need to make this video, bro. You feel me? Lock in. Like, how can I put this? Put this in a, I guess you could put it in a religion perspective too. Like, those sins that you commit, you got to, hold on, bro. Yo. No, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Thought something was on my face. Okay. You got to... What was I saying? Those sins that you commit, like, yes, repent and, ask for forgiveness, but at the end of the day, it's on you for you to decide, like, oh, am I going to keep on committing this sin? Am I going to keep on, sinning? You know what I mean? And with that, you gotta sacrifice that, bro. You can't keep putting on the bad and expecting good to happen just because, oh, I got lucky one time. Don't mean it's gonna happen again. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people think that earning, or sorry, that when you sacrifice something doesn't mean you're always gonna get good. Like, bro, you could sacrifice something. It's not. You usually not gonna get something. Like, it's not always guarantee. It's not always guarantee, and yeah, I mean, dude, it's looking gonna be a short video. There's really not much to not really much to tell. I mean, you put in the work. You gotta sacrifice some things in order to put off the good that you want, and in order of doing so, you have to sacrifice something. Usually, something has to be sacrificed, and I ain't talk about no ritual. You feel me? And yeah, I think a lot of people need to I think hear something like this when they're going on that, mental journey, or some likes of a, just like some likes of just improving as a person. Because when you get like sorry, when you hear something like, oh, to earn you must sacrifice, it's not your first instinct to think of like people hear sacrifice, they hear something bad. You know what I mean? Like, oh my goodness, I don't want to lose anything. You know what I mean? But I think they're so unput off with, the true telling of what to earn you must sacrifice means. It's just they take it the wrong way, I think. And I hope with me speaking about, like, to earn you must sacrifice with this, the example I gave, the I wouldn't necessarily say advice, but with the tellings I've kind of said, like, really, really put yourself into that scenario and think, oh, am I sacrifice something? Am I sacrificing something to to earn something? Sometimes you don't even earn anything. Let's put this into an example right now. Um, I, sorry, thought it was gonna be a short video, but to say, um, TMI, but this has actually happened to me. Like, you're not always gonna get something out of this. Sometimes it's not even a guarantee. Like, I I told someone, I'm not gonna say who, I'm not gonna say anything, but sometimes it could be a negative aspect, just depending on your situation. Even if it's like, with another person, like, I planned something with someone. I told him, oh, okay, let's lock in this day. I made sure I didn't work. I made sure everything was done to hang out on this day. And I was like, oh, okay, let me know when you're ready to hang out. Because I wanted a dedicated day to, this quote person. And coincidentally, they never got back to me. They never told me they were going to do something else. And, they hung out with another person. And to be real with you, it was really disrespectful. really hurt me, especially for the position that I think their position. I wouldn't necessarily say I put him in, but I guess you could say category. Cause you know what I mean? Not category, like just I thought they were. I mean, I don't know. That's not a good. That's not a good. I wouldn't say it's not a good person, but it's not. That's not respectable. That's disrespectful. To do so, especially how I treat you, how I treat them. I treat them, like any other person, you know. And yeah, Okay, so here, so look, to earn you must sacrifice, right? But sometimes, again, like I mentioned, you're not gonna always earn something. You're not always gonna earn something, and that's what the risk to reward also. Just because you sacrifice something doesn't mean you're always gonna get something, you know. And I sacrificed my time. Sacrificed my time for nothing. For nothing. So if you think that you're gonna earn something, don't don't expect something. You know, you usually tend to put your expectations pretty low, and something with me is I usually put them mediocrely. Is that a word? Like a little high, because I know the type of person that he is, but they yeah, they disappointed me. So you know, but enough said. Um, Take that how you guys will. Um, Please like, subscribe. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to post these videos. It's been hard. My tripod broke. The tripod broke. So I need to order a new one and get some gym videos out again. And yeah, I think with due time, um, I think this is going to be worth it. I think it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for whoever's watching, and have a blessed day.